Yo, 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 yo. This is your brother coming in at you guys again. I just want to be able to talk to you guys just briefly. Things that's on my mind as it relates to this football game. Got a lot of things we have to uncover. Me personally, this team can do it. It's possible, right? We got a few games left, but then we get Ezekiel Elliott back. It's going to be a plus. That's going to be a thing that we need to have out there on the field. Those elements of having Ezekiel Elliott out there means just about everything. Now, as we look at film that I looked over, Chidobe Awuzie, Jordan Lewis, those guys, man, they something special for us, man, and it's gonna be something better for us next year. Tonight, I'm gonna try to look at Jeff Heath film. I'm really take a deeper look at him, and I'm gonna also try to tie in Anthony Hitchens. I know a lot of people asking about him. Salute to Boomer. Shout out for you for joining into the chat box too, as well as the great backfield with Elliott and Smith is going to be super nasty. That's what he says. Yeah, it's going to be super nasty. It's going to be something that we really been waiting to see. The 1-2 combination punt. I think that Rod Smith add just that extra element that we. The other thing too as well that I want to be able to reach out to you guys with, that these crazy injuries with David Irvin not being able to play, then also we all know the process of not having Rico Gathers out. That's crazy to me. Because now we know for sure it's going to take another year for this guy to develop, another year that we're going to be waiting to see what he can bring to the team, things like that. But outside of that, this team must win. We got to figure out a way to start off fast. I said that before. We're beating at home all this week. As far as starting the tempo off fast, got to figure out a way to the Raiders only had 2 turnovers for the whole entire year as far as interceptions. So this should be a good game for my guy, Dak Prescott. I really think that he should emerge as a solid game. Dez Bryant, we need to figure out something with him. I hope we get together. Play an up-tempo, play a game whereas we sure that back to at least close to that elite status. Shout out to Chad too as well, and Marcos. Salute to you guys for joining into the chat box. Steve too as well. Sure with which Zeke would, bought tickets with time ago. Yeah, I wish Zeke was up. Brian, shout out to you. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget to wear your lucky socks this week, right? And continues to clap. Got to figure out a way to continue this momentum. I do know that with Jason Garrett's teams that we had is on 1 year, off next year, on 1 year, off next year. Let's switch the pace. We go 10-6. If we win out and we go 10-6, right? We can always say, well, if Zeke, was to play the entire year or what happened, Roger Goodell handling around with this team. We do know that there's some type of conspiracy. A lot of people won't mention ESPN, Fox News. They won't say it. I look at it right between the face and say conspiracy out every day. But that's a horse of a different color, right? Horse of a different day. But looking at this film, let's go back to film. Chidobe Awuzie. This guy, I was looking at his film. He got the size and as far as his frame. You would think that on tape sometimes he'll look smaller than what. Kid is 205. And the inverse with Chidobe Awuzie is Xavier Woods. I seen somebody come in and said that strong safety. Too small, man. He's like 190 something pounds, 195, 180. Give or take, and I'm being generous on that. As far as him tackling out in space, he's aggressive. He's got tenacity as far as instincts, but strong safety, I'll run the ball at him each and every day. But will he be able to play the slot? I don't know for sure. For as far as next year. Is he better than Orlando Scandrick at times? Yeah. Orlando, man, I love the kid to death, man. They've been out playing for a minute now. But the problem is with Orlando, he shows up sometimes and he shows out. You know, we need some consistency. That's what we're getting with Jordan Lewis, with Chidobe Awuzie. The thing is with Awuzie, if we was to see him throughout the entire year without those nagging injuries, then people fail to realize too as well, if Jordan Lewis never had that hamstring issue, like let's say during training camp, we might have saw him starting a whole lot faster as far as his career getting started with the Dallas Cowboys. But Chidobe is a beast. That's from Chad. Yes, he is a beast. He's been beasting out there. Cowboys X Factor. I lay on. I law. Salute to you though. Steve, well, Lynch haven't been doing S this year. Yeah, you're right. Lynch, I think his chart was like highest yards he ran was like 9 or and to be honest, once we have Lee out there, rarely a team that can get maybe 80 yards. Rarely a team that, especially when you lost a step. Now, are the Raiders explosive? Yes, they are explosive. They got some explosive wide receivers. I think number 89 is not playing though. But you got to think about this sneaky receiver they got, number 10. Rangy, slender, run great routes. I forgot his name. I can remember his number 10. Runs great routes out there. And he catches the ball cleanly with his hands. So he's one of the guys that you have observations on. And Crabtree, he's crafty. He's a good route runner too as well. So I don't think we have a dog guy that's going to snatch his chain off him like Talib Aquid, or how you call his name. I can't never say this guy's name. But we don't have a guy that like that, you know. But Chidobe, he close to it, you know. But he don't have that dog mentality yet. Maybe year 3. Have that like Amish dog type of mentality. Get into the face of the opposition and take and chain or tell them what. But next year, this year, it's just gonna be like something what we gonna do, right? As far as this draft, I was saying and how inventing the fact that we probably need a safety. Somebody. His front 4 is okay. Randy back. Taco is gonna hopefully come a little bit better. Crawford may be gone. Take a pay cut. Then you got D-Law. You got to figure out how to find money. You might franchise him. Give it a stretch it out. But the front 4, I'm not worried about. Finally, I can say something on the defense. I'm not pretty much worried. You got Collins. Collins playing with an injury, right? Okay, so he's going to become better next year. So I'm not worried about the front 4. If you want to get another, maybe somebody who's fat and big and plug and play the 1, maybe you can get somebody. I don't know. But at the same time, you got to understand, you got to like our immediate addition, right? The linebacking core. Sean Lee is long in the tooth. You may have to find an understudy. Hitchens plays very well out in space, flies out to the ball, attack, but sometimes you want him to be 6'3", 6'4", be that enforcer, but he's not. So he's an undersized guy, but he flies out to the ball. You gotta love what he does out there, right? So I'm just breaking down everybody. You got Hitchens, then you got number 57. I mean, he's been having a quote unquote abysmal year because I really don't see him out there as much. And then you got to understand the nature of this team. We play a lot of 2 linebackers, play a lot of nickel. So you really don't see that strong side linebacker. Substitute a strong side for safety. That's how you get more play out of Xavier Woods of the world, Frazier. So really, we just have to have two linebackers in the 4. Jalen Smith, he's doing his thing as decent as possible. far as explosiveness and things like that, I see some glimpse of it, but I don't see everything that I want to see out there on tape. X Factor just said still looking Reuben Foster. Still liking Reuben Foster. Yeah, I'm still liking Reuben Foster for the simple strength. Reason why I like Reuben Foster is because he would be a great understudy for either Sean Lee or even Jalen Smith at this point. But at the same time, it's a horse of a different story. It's a horse of a different story. Just a horse of a different story. I don't want to go into details of why Reuben Foster would have been a better fit than the Taco Charltons of the world, right? Unless you completely gave up on Randy Gregory, which I don't think they are. I think they just completely gave up on him. I think they're trying to savor him to the next year. As a prospect, Randy Gregory is light years on Charlton. And this sort of thing. First round, we say wide receiver first. I mean, you probably can get a fast wide receiver in the 3rd or 4th round. That's possible. I mean, if you really look at it from the aspect of what round Jerry Rice was drafted in, round Tyreek Hill, you don't go far extreme, but you probably can find you one later round. It's just not too late. And not one of those small guys like Switzer. I love what he brings to the team, but he's 5'8", give or take, and about 160 pounds and 70 pounds, 180 pounds. And they just really, but they really need an X receiver that they can get out there on. And they might have to go with the free agencies. Slot guy. Yeah, he's a slot guy. That's 6'2", 6'3" wideout. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a physical guy that has speed that can catch the ball when it hits. That's the bottom line. If you don't have that, then you're still kind of recycling the same thing. And think about this. And I'm just talking right now. We're just talking. You guys just what did the Patriots just? They was in need of another tight end, so they went finagle the system to get. Then they said, okay, got Julie Ellen, short receiver, Damon Allen. They went and got Kenny Britt. Now watch how you get Kenny Britt, guy handmade some bricks, or what have you. Crazy attitude, but watch how he comes into the system. He's fast, he's tall, he's big, decent route runner, catches the ball sometimes if it's placed in the right spot, and I think that Tom Brady can put the ball in the right spot. Watch how he's just going to explode and push his team over. I'm telling you guys right now, it's just one of those things. See, and this one, my guy from Italian Cowboy, Cooper Kupp, 3rd round. Wouldn't we love to see Cooper Kupp on his team? I think Cooper Kupp would beat out Bryce Butler at this point. I think Cooper Kupp may contest T. Will. I mean, it's just one of those things, guys. Youngsters, what else we have there? Tapper. I don't know with Tapper, man. Might have gave up a little bit on Tapper. Hopefully he can come back and get things going. Who else we have? As far as from a defensive minded, we can say right now we solid a little bit. We solid a little bit on the front 4, and we solid just a hair on the backs. You gotta let Chidobe Awuzie grow into the system. You got to let Jordan Lewis grow into the system. And to me personally, you move Byron Jones maybe into the slot. I'm not saying that he's twitchy and rangy enough to do that, but when you're playing nickel, you can probably get away with it, right? Out of time. Then you take Chidobe Awuzie. You don't have to flex him to free safety because the way that I'm going to say it, the way that Jeff Heath is playing now, maybe you can, and then maybe, if in a pinch, maybe Xavier Woods can step it up just a little bit more as far as his angles and pursuit of the ball and tackling better. You may just have a solid core. You just may missing that one little piece. And I talked about it earlier when I put the little steel shot that I was shooting. Breaking down the field side of the field boundary, their responsibility. Now you got all those things. If you have one rangy safety out there, really later, also cover out in space. Now you're talking about a team that have the little small hairs on the back of your neck. You can have those type of elements out there if you stick to your core, trust the process, get the right guy out there. It's possible, guys. It is absolutely possible. We need depth on D. Yeah, we do need that too as well. That's why I said if you go out during the free agency, it can't play everything tight. At some point, you got to take a risk. I mean, at some player, out there that's going to be able to elevate your team to the next level. But that's off-season talk, right? We're trying to get to the playoff. Getting to the playoff evolves around how you can actually win these 4 games out. 3 games left, I meant to say. Figure out a way. And I mean, figure out a way. Falcons to lose once. Then you can have it. This team going. Last free agency sucked. It's from X Factor. You talking about the market, or you talking about our picks of choices like Nolan Carroll's other? Who else we got? Stephen Paya. Sucked there. Need to figure out something, man. They told me my hair was everywhere. Looking like a. But what is this? Marquise All Nation Derwin James. Been hearing this guy name a while, man. He's one of those guys that I don't think he's gonna be there whenever we pick, unless you trade down and get him. Now you talking about to have a second round pick, which one can argue and lament the fact that we've been kind of porous a little bit on our second round picks anyhow. So, but then they probably want a second. And talking about Derwin James, even whatever second round. Then the picks, the draft is in Dallas, so I think Jerry Jones wants to have a lot of picks out there. Get out there on the stage and have a lot of montages. So having our guys out there picking the picks and all that. So it could be quite possible that we, not trade down or out. That's been the scenario. Draft picks anyhow. Cowboys in better shape than we think. Take a chance at moving down, moving up. You guys know what I'm saying. That's from Joda. Yeah, I mean, we are in a good situation, but I really think that, like, I know it's like looking at fool's gold for our free agency, because for 1 year we were saying the Giants did everything you can imagine in the agency and they won the free agency war, right? Right now, the quote-unquote Jaguars look like Campbell. They went and picked up Church. They went and picked up a whole lot of other people. Kid from Texas. They picked up a lot of defensive guys, and their team looking real sharp. Like, I'm talking about real good to be the Jaguars. But at the same hand, look what happened to the Giants the following year. All those trades and all the picks they got from the free. Wow. To us, it's all good because they're in our division. We love to see them in turmoil like that. Jaguars right now, they look like they're on the way. They're a quarterback away. All on top. Shout out to KK. K. Virginia Finest, man. What's up, Law? Shout out to Mark Craw family. Salute to you. Capital City Music, man. Second round, Joshua Jackson from Iowa. Ball hawker type of guy. I'm going to look him up. He better be a big guy. He better be somebody. Joshua Jackson, JJ. Come up. Who else we have out here? There go. I mean, we say a lot of things in Dallas, but we don't own to it. Our fan base is like one of Philadelphia. We might give them a, but people casual, man. They laid back, man. They got Oxford shirts on like me right now and V-neck sweaters. You know, these people ain't gonna. We might talk a lot, but we're gonna sit back and be like, second day, got 5 Super Bowls. We got class, you know. So it's not gonna be like what we. They need to keep playing. The Knight 8907 safety or linebacker need. I think personally, I said safety. Get a good rangy safety. Can you imagine if we could find a Eric Thomas or Eric Berry there in this draft, and then you work around finding a nice dominant safety? I mean, a nice dominant linebacker. But Jalen Smith may be that guy. You know, his nerves going to continue to grow each and every year, each and every day. So it's getting stronger and stronger, you know. So hopefully, you know, we'll see a different type of caliber of Jalen, but we got to have an understudy for Sean Lee. If I'm a betting man, if you guys are too as well, chat box. You really ask yourself, Sean Lee played all of this year, 16. One can argue and say, nah, he won't play that. So, I mean, you'll be crazy to build your trust and faith on that. So, at some point, you got to figure out and say, hey, I'm going to take my butt out and draft a guy that I know for sure can understudy him, have the same type of temperament as him, and who can make things happen out there. Oh, you want to ask about this Virginia finest Switzer? Switzer year 2 progression should be better. You know, he should know the playbook even more. I don't know why they're not passing him the ball down the seams or in the playbook. But you know, this team is designed on persistent and consistent, whether or not it's just something that is Jason Garrett temperament of him picking the same plays and saying, okay, we're going to win out because this is us. This is the Cowboys. Just like we know for sure Sunday night he's going to have a blue shirt on. We know for sure he's going to have that blue shirt on. So he's going to be the persistent, consistent guy, you know. So regardless of how we look at it, that's just how it is. So it's a certain play that they run, that boot roll out with Dak Prescott. We're going to see that this Sunday. It's regardless of the situation. We're going to see that roll out play. Dak, that's just how it goes. Garrett. And you just got to clap it out. Bryce Butler, I think he's injured, right? Seen him out practicing. Core, wide receiver core, fadeable. I mean, yeah, you know, this wide receiver core have let us down time. And it takes somebody to step it up, whether it be running back Rod Smith, whether it be Jason Garrett calling the play, Jason Witten to catch the ball up the seam, Dez Bryant catching the ball against a guy that is going to be probably somebody's mailman next year, or Publix or Kroger's next year. I don't think that guy is going to be anybody's team next year. I mean, one of us could have pretty much been out there on Dez and the same type of results. That's just the bottom line. This Calvin Ridley guy, I've been hearing a lot of people saying about this. I don't think he's going to drop that low to us, but if he does, I mean, would you rather have Calvin Ridley or Derwin James? Let me know. Excuse me. So guys, let me know whether or not you rather have Calvin Ridley, Ridley, that's how you say it now, Ridley, Derwin James. Roll your beard, win mode. Yeah. We undefeated even last year when I had my beard. So hopefully, if I don't cut my beard off, we can continue to win. And also, you guys go to Mark Holmes' page and tell him, keep spreading the mojo with Joe Boo, and we will win. You know, This is from Marquez, Eddie. What are your favorite matchups you look at Sunday night? Look, I said before, this guy number 10. I want to see him play against Awuzie. I think that great route runner. If they move him inside, this number 10 is wide receiver for the Raiders. I don't know if he's injured or not. I do know that Cooper, their number 89 guys, he's not playing this weekend. So that's good. That's a plus for us. I want to see Crabtree against Jordan Lewis. I think that Jordan could play in lot. I don't think he has the separation and speed, but he run good routes, you know. So I want to see Sean Lee versus Marshawn Lynch. Believe it or not, you know, I think that we may have a chance with that battle. Sean said, someone said he lost a few steps. So those are the matchups that I want to see. Thing is, we talking about matchup collectively. Now, Lyle Collins versus Mack, Khalil Mack, Irvin versus our guy, Tyron Smith. Those are the matchup that they have to pay attention. Any given Sunday, it can be Claiborne kid from another type of game. So for sure, it's not going to be on 7. It could be 1. But these last few weeks, man, number 71, man, out of his mind. It's a blanket. Call him Hip Pocket Lewis for a reason. Yes. Please, Kevin Ritton. That's from Sean. Hope we can get this guy. I'm going to look up film. I have yet to even look up film. I saw him play like, I'm from Mississippi, following the Mississippi State, you know, Hell State. And I saw him play a few years back or whatever. Freshman. You know, those guys, that dynamic. Yeah, he Bama, but I'm Mississippi, Bama. You guys know how they go. You have to watch Kevin. What is his measurables? I like to hear measurables. What is 40 time? He's one of those guys that just flying out to the field and it's 4. I might have some strong. I'm ready to see somebody blazer look. 6'1", 195. So he's about badass. And I'm really gonna look up his stuff. And I know for sure Alabama don't have a quarterback, you know, to throw the ball. So if he got these type of skills out there, then on to something. Your volume is out and in because I'm probably moving away from the mic. I need to have a. Can you hear me now? Guys, able to hear me better now? Yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear me better now. And I apologize for any technical difficulties that were occurring. So a whole lot better. All right, so I'll look up Calvin Ridley. His highlights. Any other wide receiver out there that you guys may want to have me to look at? It's nice to have a Jackson. We'll look up Josh. We'll look up Derwin James by chance. Ronnie got his last name, but Ronnie's a safety. Christian Kirk, Cortland Sutton. Cortland, didn't he get drafted? Guess he must have spoiled back Wes Welker. Yeah, I'm not gonna look up Wes Welker. He's long gone. James is bad. Good bad or bad bad. Look up Braxton Barrios. I don't have a lot of guys I'm gonna look up. But in the meantime, I'm about to drop this film. Jeff Heath, Anthony Hitchens, so that it's a good bad. Yeah. T.O. Who's T.O.? Who's T.O.? Who's the baby T.O.? Sutton? The next Julio? I hope so, you know. We need somebody like that. But it's always that one team that really not going to do anything with a wide receiver, like the Tennessee Titans, Cincinnati Bengals. They went and got this guy last year who was just fast, you know. Really not doing anything with him, you know. Both of them guys really not doing anything. Receivers. I think Chargers receiver. He was hurt. They still beat us. Guys are there. As you guys can tell, I'm getting a little tired here, so I might have to shut it down. I've been up since 5 o'clock. Well, one time I woke up. Woke up at 5:01 a.m. Central Standard Time this morning. I'm tired, so I'm gonna take me a nice little rest. Wake up tonight, and I'm gonna drop some film, guys. That's been my time, guys. I really thank you guys for your. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. Out. Peace.